Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 5 of the Dead Realms. I am your humble DM, Tyler, as always, and we're gonna start with some crazy combat. But first, let's reintroduce all of our players. So, I guess let's start from the bottom of the Discord this time, just to spice things up for the viewers.
All right. Hi guys, I'm serious. I'm playing Copper. Your Dragonborn monk.
All right, and then the next one from the bottom of Copper, which
Hi,
would
I'm
be
Bob. I'm playing Olin.
all right.
Hey, I am Notable, and I'm playing Arculus. I'm probably gonna die today.
I'm Fate. I'm playing Stitchskin the Ranger, and I'm probably also gonna die today.
I'm Ethan. I'm playing Equus, the half orc druid, and I'm not as concerned about dying as these guys.
Right.
I'm Bebo. I'm Ryan Peppers and the monk, and I'm probably going to die today.
Right. So,
What monk? I'm
housekeeping
the only
business.
monk. Wait a minute.
You're the only monk. All right. So,
Yeah.
housekeeping business. First off, if you want to support our Dead Realms, you could start by buying our merch at the description below. I got the T-shirt here. It's a regular T-shirt. It's actually good quality too. We try to make the prices as affordable as possible. So if you want to buy any of that merch, T-shirts, hoodies, whatnot, click the description below. Also, if you would like to join our Discord, you can join the Pocket Dimension Discord, which is also in the description below. It's a great community, not just full of D&D people, but artists and other games and other people. A lot of cool people here. Everyone in this Discord came together and is leftovers from 3 campaigns compiled into one this season here. And subscribe to our YouTube. Should be at the bottom of the description for our Twitch. But if you're watching this on YouTube and have already subscribed, thank you for the support. Now, without further ado, gentlemen, let's start where we left off. So,
That is good.
after
Sorry,
the
I'm looking
two,
at merch. I'm
all
trying to
right,
buy something right now.
trying to buy some merch already. All right, last week we met Notable and Bob's new characters by the name of Olek and Arculus, a dwarf fighter and a half elf rogue that seem to stumble upon the remaining survivors of this current party. After some brief, tense, um, not Mexican standovers, but some tense, talks and what have you, you guys agreed to let them take watch while the rest decide to rest. Then you guys started to get to know each other, whatnot. You delivered the supplies over to back to the surviving camp and explained to Christian, the leader of the group, that it was a cult that is like behind all this, and assumingly Christian thinks that it might be the cult of Orcus. So with that in mind, and with Stitchskin coming back with news that a demon might be arriving or what have you, or a demon roaming about, you all make arrangements to where majority of the surviving group would leave into town to get into High Falls, which is nearby the forest. And with the rest of you try to deal with the cult problem with Stitchkin leading the way. You've encountered a strange old man amongst your travels, seeming to be harmless, but as soon as half of you guys starting to scout up ahead, the wall nearby you guys starts to break and basically separate you two. And what comes out of it is 5 imps and a very big Tenaruk, which is a very big demon. And with half of you separated, we left off with the start of combat, which will start this session now. Now, it is time to roll initiative. As I play some music.
That's a 12 for me.
Okay.
Not my cursed dice.
14 for me.
14,
20 for me. Dirty 20.
20. Nice.
17 for Stitchskin.
Okay.
13.
13. And Alec. Alec, what'd you roll for initiative? 10. 10? Oh, okay. So just write down the initiative here.
I'm just testing something to see if my rolls actually work online now. Oh my god, they do. I'm gonna start rolling online now.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just writing down weird initiatives. Okay. Sorry, guys. So I'm just writing initiatives here because I'm gonna tell you how combat's gonna work at the moment. All right. So this is how combat is going to do at this current moment in time. So clearly the party's been split with each facing their own foes. With Stitchkin, Copper, and Oleg facing off against 5 imps, and Arculus, Ryan Peppers, and Equus going up against this Tenoruk, which is like a big, tall creature, demon-like creature. So what I'm gonna do is that since I think I let Stitchkin's side decide to roll last, so I'm gonna have. Let me roll this d4 here. Equus, call even or odd.
Even.
All right. So if you are correct, you guys get to go second side of initiative. All right. We'll start off with the imps on the other side. So Copper, Stitchkin, Oleg, as the wall behind you collapses, seeming to like block where the rest of your allies were, you just see 5 imps popping out, licking their mouths and saying, some interesting choices. Let's do what we do best, guys. And it looks like they're about to charge, but then with a snap of a finger, they all vanish. They're gone. But you still feel a presence around them as you hear wings flapping coming from all around you guys as they will go invisible. Um, so Stitchkin, what do you do?
Okay. Would primeval awareness give me some indication of where they are? It says you sense whether any undead blah 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 are within 1 mile of you. Basically, we did it kind of like a heat map originally, where we tracked the demon moving.
Yep.
How do you think it would be effective in this situation?
Does it say specifically you know exactly where they are, or just
It
feel
does
their
not.
presence?
It does not. You
So
feel their presence.
you know that they're flying all around you in their circular formation. It seem to be surrounded. You sense them, but you can't quite see them at the moment. You know they're there, but you are not sure of where their exact spots are.
Can I roll perception before I shoot, or would that take up my action?
So everyone gets one free check, and then if you decide to make a second check, that second check would take your action. But for this perception check, just go ahead and make a perception with disadvantages because there's a lot of flapping noises going around you, and you're trying to pinpoint one of them.
I rolled 16 twice.
Ooh, nice. So let me just check some real quick. Let's roll. You try to focus your primeval awareness. You know they're around you, and as you're trying to filter all like the constant wind flapping that's going about you, you do sense that there is possibly a creature that is like your front right direction around that vicinity.
Okay. As soon as I have a sense of where he is, I'm gonna hunters mark him.
What do you have to see the target for Hunter's Mark?
It just says you choose a creature you can see within range. So
You
I don't have
cannot see
visual
them at this
sight.
point. Nope.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take some shots at it and hope for the best here.
All right, make an attack roll with disadvantage.
Fuck.
Invisibility, man, it's pretty good.
Holy
15 to hit.
so
Sorry, choking on water. Yeah, Seems like it hit. There's a floating arrow in the air now.
Sky Hunter's
So
mark
go
the
ahead and roll
arrow.
damage. Go ahead and roll damage.
5 damage.
Yeah, all right. You deal 5 damage to this.
All right.
Now you just see a floating arrow just dangling in the air, and this is
So I
what you all
assume there's
see.
like blood on him now that's kind of painting his body a little.
There's blood leaking out from like where the arrow is placed.
Before I make my second shot, can I Hunter's Mark, or do you think that's skimming the top a little?
You cannot. You have to have enemy visual. Seeing an arrow does not give a true indication of it.
All right, I'm gonna fire again at disadvantage.
Okay.
Ugh. 13.
13 will just hit. So roll damage and it'll take half of it.
1d8 plus a d8. Yeah, max damage, bitch. 20 damage, so 10.
So 10. All right.
I got my damage halved, and I still did better on this shot than my first shot. Oh, that's my turn. Actually, I'm gonna move back. I'm gonna move back 50 feet.
Okay. As you move, are you flying or are you just stepping back?
It has to be flying.
Okay. You're flying and are stepping back. One of the imps will reveal itself, giving it an attack of opportunity.
That gives them something to hit. I'll take it.
They get it with advantage because they were invisible. This will attack with the sting. I'm assuming a 21 hits.
Yeah.
So it deals 5 piercing damage, and as this imp goes, surprise! It just stings you, and you feel the poison slowly coursing through your veins. That I need you to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
It's only a 7.
7. You take 10 poison damage. As you feel the poison now coursing through, you're like, this hurts.
Alright, and I move my full 50 feet back, and that is my turn.
Alright, you hear the imp that says, ha, I got him, boys, let's get him. And you just hear that. Copper, you are holding a lantern at the moment, like kind of as your only source of light. You know that there's two hanging arrows at this point in one particular spot, and one of the imps has revealed themselves at this time. You recall there was 5, so 3 are still hidden. What do you do?
I wasn't holding a lantern. I was trying to say at the end of the last session I was tying it around my waist, so I have both of my hands free.
Gotcha. All right, so you have your lantern on your hip. What do you do?
Let's see. So one imp is visible, correct?
Yes.
And it's up in the air. How far up in the air?
It's up in the air 30 feet.
Is there a way to go through the wall to the other side?
You look at the wall and you see that this wall is not like completely solid. Like you think that over time you could either dig your way through it, or somehow if you're able to destroy it, you could possibly break through. But it's possible.
I'm gonna move to the wall and I'm using my acid breath on it, try to dissolve some of that material,
Okay.
see if it won't speed the process up.
As you move forward to the wall, another imp will reveal itself and will make an attack of opportunity against you with advantage. A 23 will hit. So you will take 5 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a con save. As an imp surprises you and stings you right in the leg. A 5 on the saving throw.
Yep.
You take 10 poison damage as you run past this imp, coursing
Can
through your
I
veins.
get the imp in my attack against the wall since...
So you want to try to like grab the imp and just pin him to the wall, or?
Yeah, if he's in my way, I'll grab him, pin him to the wall, and acid breath him in the wall at the same time since it's an area of
All right.
attack.
Go ahead and make a... I'll either give you a dex check or a strength check, whichever you prefer. And this imp will make a dex check to see if it can dodge out of the way.
That's an 18.
Natural 1. So you easily just grab the tail of this imp and just slam him to the wall, and you're about to do the acid breath attack. I'll say he'll get disadvantage because he's pinned.
So that's a
And
13 dex save for him.
All right, so I'll roll with disadvantage because he's pinned against the wall. He rolled an 11, so he will take a lot of acid damage to the face.
Oh, so that's max. So 10 damage.
He's just, you see like half a skeleton at this point. You try to do it through the wall. You see some of the acids leaking through the rocks, but it's not doing necessarily enough damage to actually like deteriorate it at this time.
Can I use my bonus action for flurry of blows, or
So what does Flurry of Blow say? Is it for melee attacks?
it just says an attack? So
And
just,
attack, so
let me just
yeah, just double check here on your end. D&D.
After you take the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
And I think the Dragon's Breath is considered an attack, right?
Yep.
Because
That's
you
an
played
attack.
with Cormac? Yeah, I'll allow it. Go ahead, make your Flurry of Blows.
So 19 to hit the first attack.
Hits.
For 8 damage.
8 damage, okay. You punch it square in its face. It looks like it's on its last legs.
Second attack. Jeez. 17 damage.
How do you kill this imp?
I snap its neck.
You punch it, goes, "Ah! Ah!" It's like crumbling because it's like melting, and then you just snap its neck.
That, I think, and Stitchkin ran the opposite direction from the wall. Am I correct?
I would say he's up and away from you guys, and he's like looking at this imp that he passed by.
With your range of your thing, you can't even see me. I'm at 50 feet away. Like, just duck down.
Yeah, I guess that's my
because you
turn.
have a
Yeah.
It's a good turn, man. That was awesome. Olek, you see one imp flying that is almost nearby Stitchskin. You know that there's an imp somewhere around where Stitchskin was shooting, as 2 arrows are kind of like hanging out. And you know that Copper probably took care of the third one. So you know there's 2 randomly flying about. What do you do?
The one that stung Stitchkin, is he still visible?
He is visible, yes.
I shoot at him with my short bow.
All right, make an attack roll.
Let me find it real quick. Just a moment, sorry. A 7.
7 does not hit. He touches it and goes, "Ha, you missed!"
Bonus action, are there a lot of shadows around here?
So right now it is it's not like completely dark because the light from Copper's lantern is giving some distinction of light further away, but you have dark vision, so you only see in shades of gray.
Yeah. But there's... try to hide
Try
in
to hide?
shadows. Bonus action, hide in shadows.
Alright, make a stealth check for me.
16.
16. As you try to hide, one of the imps reappears nearby you. He says, "Try to hide?" And he reappears before you. As you're kind of like bumped into him, and now he reappears. As he is a little startled. So you have an imp nearby you at this time.
Alright.
Alright, so Copper, while you're surveying your acid breath, you get a little peephole to see what's going on the other side, and you just see Arculus gearing up to fight this large Tenaruk, which is a 10-foot tall creature, just covered in spikes, with almost acting as if spikes on its body. It's acting armor some way, and his weapon is weird. It is like a sharp glaive, or you can't really tell whether it's just a regular arm or a pole arm, but it looks wicked and very dangerous. So Arculus, you along with Equus and Ryan are right next to each other, facing off against this tall Tenaruk, and goes, "Dwarf, bird, Oh. Mm. And it's looking for its target. As it's staring at you guys, what do you do, Arculus?
2 questions before I start. First, can you use your bonus action anytime during a turn?
It is dependent on what type of action will allow you to do a bonus action. Basically, actions that allow you to do bonus actions are allowed.
Okay. Second, could I, if I drop my greatsword, could I punch twice?
If you drop your greatsword, can you punch twice? How many attacks do you have?
I only have 1. Attacks per action.
Talking about the bonus action, light attack, it's got to be a light weapon. I don't think it could be your fist.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
no.
Thank
That's
you.
only if you're doing like 2-weapon fighting or
That's
something
a
like
monk
that.
specialty, man. Fist is-
Yeah, that's why monks are pretty cool. So,
Also, I don't think we were right next to each other, by the way.
well, you're nearby each other. We'll say so.
So, Arculus has his greatsword in his hands, and he kind of, what would it be? He like slings it over his shoulder, and as he speaks, you guys notice that he's growing larger with every word, and he says, "All right then, time for you to meet your maker." He grows to 10 feet tall. I am using Giant's Might.
All right. You see this small 4-foot dwarf just turned just as big as this Tenaruk, and this Tenaruk says, "Ah, yes, I like it when my food fights back."
All right, time for my actual attacks. All right. So, I rush in with my great sword drawn, and I
Sure.
attempt to slash him across the stomach. This is
Make an attack roll.
6. 14.
That's a miss. He blocks your attack with his wicked weapon.
All right. Crap, that sucks. Do I even want to action surge this? You know what? I'm gonna action surge it. I'm gonna use
Okay.
action surge, and I'm going to attempt to hit him again over
Okay.
the shoulder.
All right.
Does a 23 hit?
That will hit him.
All right.
I fucking hope so.
Oh god, this is scary. I'm nervous I'm gonna die again. 7 damage, but with Giant's Might, I deal 1 more d6.
Yep, and that's equal to proficiency mod. Number of times you can do it.
So that's 5 damage. So what did I roll last time?
7, so it's 12 total.
Yeah, so 12 total.
12 total.
All right.
And then
Well, before that happens, your first hit ting, clicks off, and it's like a clash of weapons. But then your second swing just like cuts through his chest and goes, "Ah, you fool!" And he's gonna use his reaction, Unbridled Fury, which I'm gonna just read it what it says in the book because I have Mordecaiden's Tombstones open. In response to being hit with a melee attack, the Tenaruk can make 1 melee attack with advantage against the attacker. That's legit what it says in the book. So,
that's
in a big fury, it will make an attack against you.
that is terrifying.
I'm assuming a 26 will hit.
Oh yeah, no, that'll hit. That'll definitely
Wait.
hit.
With its weird-looking greatsword, you will take 11 slashing damage. It goes, "Sah! See how you like it."
Oh boy, I'm low.
Oh no.
So
What do you
how
do?
does my fire rune work? Just wondering.
So, Fire Rune is
Can I
whenever you
forget-
hit it. Yeah, so whenever you get hit with the melee attack, you can decide whether to use it or not. Would you like to use it?
I would like to use it. Yes.
Alright. I
Alright.
think it has to make a save, I think, right?
Yes. It is. Oh, I didn't mean to roll that. Sorry, I was trying to click on the save. It doesn't really give a number on what the strength saving throw has to be, which is a little weird.
Let's say it underneath around the ability of the Fire Rune.
I think it's a deck save for my.
Oh, strength 15. Strength 15. I see it.
Strength 15.
I had to read
Alright.
through the thing.
Strength 15. That's its wheelhouse.
It also
Doesn't succeed though.
Oh god. Does it still do the damage?
It will still do the damage regardless, but explain to me what this Fire Rune looks like for your character.
So after the strike, it doesn't seem like anything's happening. And then, after getting hit, he stands up and raises his hand and says, "Burn." And then, from the wound, fire just engulfs.
Okay. Alright, so how much fire damage do you do?
11 fire damage.
Alright, it will take half that because it is resistant to fire damage.
God,
So it will take 5 damage.
this is painful.
So, as you raise your hand, 2 fire rings like six. Ah, it's only but a tickle, and he is restrained currently, right?
Did he fail? I don't
He
think.
did fail.
All right, so let me read it again. Yes, he is. For 1 minute, it says.
All right. Until does he get a chance to make any saves?
He can repeat the saving throw at the end of each turn. Every turn
Okay.
that starts, though, he takes another 2d6 fire damage.
Okay. All right. It is the Tanner's go, so he'll take another 2d6 fire damage.
Yeah. 6 damage. Dang, that's not a lot. No. Oh god.
All right. How much damage is it? I'm sorry.
6.
So he'll take 3. He goes, "Ugh. Ugh. You think these binds will undo me? I will not allow you to defeat me so easily." He will take the dodge action, and at the end he has to make a save. And this is a magical effect, right?
Yes.
Okay. And he rolled a 12. He gets advantage on these because it's magical effects, but I'm just rolling low. So he tries to go, "Ugh, ugh. You will not defeat me so easily." And he is actively dodging. Mr. Peppers, you see this creature is clearly restrained and is not going anywhere. What would you like to do?
I am going to look. Well, first of all, I gotta see something. How far in front is he of me? Because I was in the back of the party.
We'll say he is about 30 feet away from you.
Okay. So I'm gonna use my command spell. And I'm looking straight at him, and I'm just gonna say, "Drop it." And if he passes a wisdom saving throw, then he gets out of it. But if he doesn't, then when his turn starts, he has to drop his weapon and end his turn.
All right, so not one of his best stats, but he has advantage because he's a demon. And what's the saving throw? What's the save?
Against cleric magic?
What he just gets he has magic resistance, so he'll get saves on anything magical based. What's the DC?
12. Wisdom saving.
Yeah, he rolled a 10, so we'll see what happens on his next turn. So it seems like your spell worked at the moment, but we won't find out until the start of his next turn. Anything else you would like to do?
Do I still have an action, or is the spell counted as an action?
The command is action.
Okay. So, and then I can use my bonus action, right?
If you have actions that use bonus action, you can.
I basically summon my spiritual weapon next to him.
You cannot cast 2 leveled spells in the same turn.
Okay. Then that's. I'm gonna step back. No, I'm gonna probably go about 10 feet back. So I'm 40
10
feet.
feet back. Okay, you want to fly or anything like that, or no?
No, I'm just kind of like slowly stepping back.
Fair enough.
Like I don't want to.
Equus, you see this creature bound and seeming to understand the words of Mr. Peppers. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna cast Bark Skin on myself first,
Okay.
and
What does your bark skin look like?
yeah,
Damn.
so it's like sycamore bark, which I don't know if you've seen it before, but it's pretty unique. It's kind of like white and black and like speckles, and like big patches. It's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna take a few steps away from my comrades here.
Okay.
I'm a little doubtful that we've actually got this guy under control, and I know that it's not smart to move up like that against such a large opponent. So I'm gonna put some distance between myself and my allies, cast Bark Skin, and just keep an eye on the situation and see what happens.
Okay. That is a fair play. All right.
Can I ask something real quick?
Sure.
You said I can't cast a first level spell, but I can.
You
I
cannot cast two of the same leveled. You cannot cast two leveled spells in the same turn. Command, I believe, is a first level spell, and spiritual weapon's a second level spell.
You can do cantrips.
If it's in my bonus action category, huh?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now,
Yeah.
never mind.
So, like, if you're able to do like, if you did like a cantrip as your action, then you would be able to do spiritual weapon as your bonus action. So
Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Sorry, a little
Cool.
misunderstanding.
that's cool. It happens. Copper. As you see, you're like, okay, my buddy's clearly got this under control. He's restrained. We just gotta deal with his hips. You turn around, and all of a sudden, there's an imp that just appears in front of you. He will attack you now. With advantage because he's coming out of invisibility.
Aren't I disengaged because of my flurry of blows?
No.
Yeah,
No.
after my flurry of blows, I disengage from my drunken fistmaster.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so let me just re-roll that. I'll just re-roll a single roll. Yeah, it'll only miss. So you're like, oh shit! Yeah, then you just parry it almost immediately. This skin, the one that you pass the imp will fly towards you and will attack you with the sting. Does a 14 hit you?
Nope.
All right. Olek, the one that appeared in front of you is going to make an attack roll against you.
All right.
Does a 12 hit you?
Nope.
Nope. All right. You see the thing that is you see like one of the imps that you guys know that is hanging with like two arrows. You just see poop, poop, two arrows like being plucked. He appears for a second, and then he goes invisible again and will move to an unknown space. Stitchkin, you're up. There's an imp flying in front of you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna immediately Hunter's mark him,
All right.
and then I'm gonna make my attack.
All right. So it is in front of you, and you're attacking with what?
So I think my best play here is to risk the reaction attack, but these guys do a lot of damage. I'm gonna just swing with my short swords because I get disadvantage if it's within melee, right?
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna play this one close to the vest. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna just right in the face, just arrow to the face.
Right. Attack roll with disadvantage.
Yes, sir. Looking strong. Looking strong. 18.
18 will hit him. Roll damage.
We gotta risk it for the biscuit, boys. That is 9 plus 1, so that is 10 damage.
Nice. Yeah! Takes a hit.
I caw at him wildly, flapping my wings, throwing feathers everywhere.
He is also also flaps his
Oh,
wings.
we're flapping at each other? Oh, this is intense. How much will grown men flap like this during this campaign, I wonder?
We'll find
How
out.
many times will that be done?
Copper, there's an imp in front of you. What would you like to do?
I would first swipe at him with my short sword.
Sure, make an attack roll.
That's a nat 20. There we go.
All right, roll damage. Max damage plus the damage dice.
So let me not do that 2d6. So max damage would be 10 plus. Oh, 10 plus 6. Max. 16 damage.
All right. This imp is surprised. He's like, "How'd you dodge?" And as he's like trying to like regain flight stance, you just hit it so hard that you hear a bone crack. Just
Did you roll the additional dice? Because it's max damage plus dice, right?
Yeah, so max damage for me, because it's 1d6 plus 4 is 10. My dice roll was a 6, so that's 16 damage.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Sorry.
Yeah, no
But
worries.
this imp looks pretty hurt, as he is barely to maintain flight, as you think you might have broken like a bone of his or something like that.
I'm gonna do another flurry of blows.
All right. You sure you don't want to just like hold off a flurry of blows, or because he's
Alright.
looking pretty weak?
So I'll just do a bonus attack unarmed strike. That was a 24
Alright.
to hit.
That hits.
So just a bonus unarmed strike for 5 damage.
That's just enough to kill it. How do you kill it?
I snap it snap.
All right. As it's barely trying to regain flight, you just grab it and basically twist its neck and pull as like essence
Good
just
doll head.
excrete out of him. Yep, like a doll head, basically. Yeah.
Look, this is gonna be a weird question, but could I still use flurry of blows and use my second unarmed strike against the wall to try to like break it down further?
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. So you turn around and you try to do a kick to the wall.
So let's roll. That's another nat 20. Nice.
Oh,
You kick the wall, and the wall gives way. It crumbles down a bit, and you basically create what seems like to be an entry point. However, it is above all the debris. We'll say this is about an 8-foot climb, but if you're able to climb up and squeeze through, you could make it to the other side.
Could I try to do that with all my movement, which would be 50 feet?
You could probably just go to the other side with that movement.
Perfect.
You climb up, and the light dims away as it transfers. For Equus, Peppers, and Arculus, you see a bright light coming from what seems like to be an opening above, and you see your buddy Copper on top. Copper, you see this large demonic creature, and it turns to you and says, "Eh," and it's just looking at you with glazed eyes, licking its sharp teeth as you are making your way into the other side.
Disengaged. I guess I'll. How much movement do I have left to jump down? And I guess
You can make it. You can make it to jump down. No problem.
How could I get to Ryan Peppers? I guess would be my question.
So right now, we'll say you used 20 feet of movement just to get to the other side because it's
Okay.
10 feet up, 10 feet down. So you have a bunch of your movement, and Ryan Peppers moved back. I think he is. Yeah, so he's probably about. He's quite far, but you could almost make him.
I'll make it as far to him as possible.
Okay. He cannot make attack of opportunities to Tenerife because he is restrained. Alright, and you just run towards Mr. Peppers. Oleg, it seems like one of your friends has abandoned you, and there's an imp in front of you. What would you like to do?
Can I, since I'm holding my bow, like throw it up? Maybe what? He'll look at that while I pull my short sword and slash him across the.
Nice. Make an attack roll.
If my dice will let me. Short sword. 12.
12 will not hit. It looks up. Ah! Ah! And it'll just fly out of your attack.
I'll disengage and run the other way towards Sticks.
Alright, you disengage and run towards Stitchkin. You're right. I would say you are close, but underneath him, as he is engaging in flight combat.
Yeah. I'll run that way.
Alright. As Copper's running towards Ryan Pepper's Arculus, you see like Copper just going up and just climbing down and running towards your allies. You're like, oh yes, finally. And you get to see what this creature looks like in living color. Very like rocky and grayscale with your fire rings just holding him in place, and you see he has a wicked face with horns projecting from his top of his head and the back of his head towards you, along with the bottom of its mouth, and he has just sharp tusks, almost orcish in nature. What do you like to do?
So, this is a cocky move, but Arculus sheaths his greatsword, and he pounds on his chest, and then he says, "Double or nothing!" And then he rushes forwards and attempts to grapple the
All right,
demon.
make a grapple check. So
That's a strength, right?
it is a strength check. What is? Let me just look up the restraint
I have an
condition to see what
advantage
it was restraint.
on strength checks because of Giant's Might, by the way.
I am aware of that. I just need to know what this fire room does to its strength checks.
Yeah, I was actually wondering that too.
Let me look up the restrained condition. Let me see here. 1 second, y'all. This is when the DM pulls the book and stuff like that, but thanks to internet, I can easily just type it and look it up.
Because I was wondering, would the fire chain still apply if I was holding him still too?
Let me see here. Restrained, here we go. Its speed becomes 0. Attacks rolls against it have advantage. The creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage of strength checks. Dex checks, excuse me. So it doesn't do anything to a strength. So you'll do it with advantage. He'll just straight up roll it. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Nat 20.
Nat
And
1.
then an 8.
So you easily grapple this creature as it is clearly goes. What is this? You will take some damage because some of the spikes do go into your body. You will take 8 points of piercing damage as one of its spike body parts just implode into you as it grapples you.
That is unexpected.
It goes, ah! And you see like its spiky body's like impaled in you.
I don't think I can do anything else, can I?
You have bonus action. You do have second wind if you wish to regain hit points.
I
if
was
you
about
wish.
to say, I might just second win this one. Yeah, I'm gonna use my second win just so. I'm not sure how he's gonna hit me, but I'm gonna second win just in case.
All right. So this Tanaruk will drop his weapon because of command. So the weapon clatters to the ground. He will take another 2d6 fire damage because he is still restrained.
I regain 12 HP. 2d6.
Yep. For the fire.
6
Based on
damage
pumping.
again.
So you'll deal 3. All right. So this creature, you bear hugging it. It's like, you want to give hugs, huh? Here, and it'll try to hug you, and will just like pull you into its body. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh, is it a strength check or a strength save?
It's a check.
Oh man, this is hilarious. 21.
22. So
Are you
as it
serious?
pulls you in, strength is his wheelhouse, my man. So it pulls you in, and you see more spikes just impale you even more. You take 7 points of piercing damage as he's just driving you into his spiky body up close.
Cuddling.
He will now try to resist the restraints on him with magic resistance. And it's a 15 to save, right?
Yeah.
He gets it with advantage because it's a magical effect. He rolled a 19. So as soon as he pulls you in, you're like, ah! And the fire around him just dispels all around him. And he goes, as
I'm
you're
still
just
hugging
locking
this-
eyes
I'm
with him.
still hugging this one.
Question real quick though.
Yeah.
In this, it says if you drop, it ends his turn. Once he drops his weapon,
So
it says holding. The target drops whatever it's holding and then ends its turn. So he wouldn't be able to break free, would he?
Really?
So I will say that the contest will never happen, but because the magical effect is still in effect, he will get out of the fire shackles around him because the effect happens at the end of the turn. So he'll break from the fire shackles, but Oculus will not take damage in that case.
That's nice. Thank you.
So
Help!
Thank you, man. You are.
it still grins with a look of I'm gonna fuck you up in a second.
Bro.
Mr. Peppers, it is your turn. It seems like your plan has been successful. What do you do? As you see Copper running towards you.
So you said I can do a cantrip and then the bonus action, right?
Yeah, so you could do a
Or,
cantrip that has an action, and then you could do, if you want to try to do something like spiritual weapon, you can do that as well.
Okay. So I'm gonna use Sacred Flame on this beast,
Okay.
I'm gonna do my whole symbol with the moon, and a beam of light comes down. He has to make a dex save.
Okay, so you would have to move a bit just because Arculus's big body is just blocking your sight, but that's easily done. So you just move aside and you cast this. What type of save does he have to make?
Dex.
Dex save. All right. Gets advantage because of magic resistance. Nat 20.
Oh my god.
Damn. Well,
So I'm grappling him. So I was just wondering, would magic attacks hit me rather than him?
No. Assuming like Mr. Peppers doesn't want to hit you, he'll just simply
Okay.
move, so you wouldn't be affected.
Because that was my main worry. I kind of just made the cockiest move and decided to bear hug this guy.
and then my bonus action, my sacred weapon will form right pretty close to him. It's a giant scythe.
All right. Make an attack with it.
13 probably doesn't hit.
13 will not hit him. No, it just as he just slightly shifts.
And then I don't think I have any other actions I can do. Reaction. Nope. That's all I can do.
All right. Equus, you're up. What do you like to do?
Alright, I want to cast Flaming Sphere on the big demon,
Okay.
obviously. You know. With the dex for him. But I don't know if he makes it when I cast it or you know.
So what does it say for Flaming Sphere?
Let me check.
This demon's getting burned, but not quite as you expect.
It only references when a creature ends their turn. So
Okay,
It doesn't
so
matter.
in its next turn, it will make a save. So,
Yep.
all right, you can't. A ball of fire just appears right behind this demon.
and then as a bonus action, I'll cast Shillelagh.
All right, your staff glows. It is the start of the new initiative, so how we're gonna do it since Copper's on the other side. So the initiative for the side with the imps is going to be the imps, Stitch Skin, and Olek, and then Copper will transition into the side 2. So, with that being said, the imps go. The one in front of you, Olek, will make an attack against you. Does a 23 hit?
I disengaged and ran away from him.
Oh yeah, my apologies. So it will go up. It will fly towards you. It will make an attack. I'll re-roll that. A 10 will not hit, I presume.
Nope.
All right. Stitchkin, you hear a surprise as you hear another wings flap behind you, and it looks like the imp that you've been fucking with at the start of the initiative, and it will come out of invisibility and will attack you. And it rolled very low, unfortunately. I'm assuming a 12 does not hit. I'm assuming a 12 does not hit.
It does not.
Its weak body tries to pierce you, but unfortunately it is to no avail. The other one on the other side will get a flanking bonus of a +1 to its attack. As it will also sting you with a 16. Hold on, I read it wrong. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, so while you're distracted, you're like, oh shit, dodge out of the way. The second one stings you. You take 5 piercing damage, and I need you to make a con save.
$15.
15 will save. The poison that was once coursing through your veins seems to slowly lose its effect. It seems like you're starting to resist this type of poison. And you just hear flapping in front of you, flapping behind you. Let me see here. That's the imps. Go Stitch Skin, you're up.
I'm gonna run the fuck away. So I'm gonna. This is not my crowd. I'm not so great with crowds in general. So I'm gonna disengage and then move. I'm gonna move 100 feet.
Sure.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just fly in a high arc, and then I see Sirius clear the gap and like lower this hole, and I see him scurry through it. And I'm like, I'm fucking gone. And as soon as you get over it, I just zip over your head.
All right.
So he flies past you and he lands just next to Equus in like the back line, like fans out his wings. And Equus, you see that he's real fucked up. He's like covered in blood. All his feathers are off. Like he looks like he's about to go down.
Oh, shit,
And
you okay, buddy?
he looks at you like, what the fuck?
All right.
And that's my turn.
Oleg, you're up. Your feathered
Yeah.
friend flew into the gap, only leaving you with these 3 imps. 2 of them
Get the
looking
slew
badly
while it
damaged.
flies by, mother.
Ah!
All right, what do you
Flip
do?
me the bird, actually.
My turn?
Yep.
Take a swipe at the guy in front of me.
All right, attack.
Short sword. 14.
14 will hit him. Roll damage.
6 points of damage.
Nice. You slash at him. Go.
Bonus action, disengage, run back to where I dropped my bow.
All right.
Or back,
You go to.
you know.
All right. You pick it up and you're running towards the entryway. All right, Copper. Your move. What would you like to do? You see everybody this can fly out of the hole and towards Equus. What would you like to do?
I thought we were supposed to. Let's see. So the demon is currently being grappled.
It's engaging in a tug and is engaging in like a grapple of sorts with a very large Arculus, which, if you recall, he was 4 foot, but now he's just as tall as this Tenaruk.
So let's see. So if they're currently grappled, I'm going to use my movement to run around to try to flank this demon.
Sure, easily do so.
Then I'm going to stab at it with 2 hands with my spear.
Okay, attack roll.
Is it with advantage because I'm flanking?
Let me see here, because in this game, I don't think this has ever come up until now, that everyone has the grappler feat. So I need to make sure to see if that grappler feat would give you advantage and not just Arculus. So give me a sec. Let's see.
I've also been wondering, can I punch him while I'm grappled?
You could as an action, yeah.
I don't think I can use my greatsword though, can I?
No, not unless you pull it out.
Yeah, got it.
So let me look up the grappler feat, because everyone has it. No, you do not get any advantage, but you do get a +1 bonus to your roll because he is flanked.
Alright, so it's just a 12 to hit, so that's a miss.
12. Nope, that does not hit. You try punching its hard exterior. It doesn't seem to be affected. I don't think it even noticed your punch.
That's fine. I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to back out of its all of its range towards.
Go in there, punch. Shit, it didn't work. I'm right away.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a monk. That's my turn.
All right. Arculus, you are grappled against this large Tenaruk. What would you like to do as I replay the music?
Am I grappled? Because I have to break 3, don't I?
You are grappling this creature at this time.
Alright. Well, I don't want to waste an action drawing my greatsword, so Arculus kind of rears back his fist and just slams it into his face.
Okay, make an attack roll with advantage because you have the grappler feat.
Nat 20! That doesn't do anything, but it's a nat 20.
So, what's your strength score?
My strength score is 17.
17. So, what's your plus modifier?
+3.
So you deal 6 bludgeoning damage to this creature as you punch it right in its face, knocking out one of his tusks. It goes, oh! Ugh, and you see blood leaking from where the tusk was.
I kind of got nothing else in my lower hand. I'll cut him out.
All right. Start of its turn. It will, I guess, make a save for the flaming spear. What's the save on this? Equus for the flaming spear.
It's 13.
13. All right. So 13 dex save.
Yep.
It will roll a 15, so I'm assuming it just takes half the damage. All right, so roll that damage, and it will be halved and then halved again. What'd you roll?
I rolled an 8, so it's a 2 after you half it.
Yep. That flaming spear, it just tickles him just a bit. Just,
Damage is damage.
he will use his action to shove you, Arculus. So go ahead and make a strength contest with him.
All right, all right. Dirty 20.
A 22.
Are you
So-
serious?
It will shove off you and push you back 10 feet. And he goes, I had just about enough playtime. He takes up his weapon as an interaction. He says, all of you will die, and I'll dine on all your corpses. And he yells a large screech as he will use his bonus action to rage. And he is looking for a fight. So he is raging. So he will end his turn with that as he's walking up towards you, Arculus, and he will get in front of your face. Mr. Peppers, I think you can make an attack of opportunity with your spiritual weapon if you desire to.
Sure.
Right, attack roll. As he rages, you see fire build up all around him as he is covered in this flame with spikes all around him.
Does a 22 hit?
It will hit him. Roll damage.
Force damage 5.
5. Alright, so it's force damage, so it will not reduce that by half. So he just walks towards you with eyes of, like, destruction towards you, Arculus. Mr. Peppers, what would you like to do? You see this Penaruk just build up in flame. Looks like he is quite angry. What would you like to do?
I reach into my bag, pull out these, a piece of iron that I picked up from the first fights that we had.
Yep.
And I hold it up in the air and use my symbol, and it starts glowing with moonlight, and he now has to make a wisdom saving throw or he's in held person.
Ooh. Okay, so hold person only affects humanoids. This is considered a fiend. So you would need to hold
Okay.
creature spell in
Can I
order to do
change
that.
it
So if
then?
you want to do something else, you could do that.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know that he was considered that.
It's fine. Peppers
Uh,
would know. Duh.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna hold up my symbol again and ask the Moon Maiden to bless Copper. I forget his name that was holding him.
Arculus.
Arculus. And what is 6/6 or something like that?
Stitch skin.
No.
What's
Other guy, the druid.
Equus.
Equus. I'm blessing them.
Nice. That's awesome.
So now
So-
they it says you bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range whenever the target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
Nice. So moonlight goes through the cracks above the ceiling which you guys are on, and it's placed upon Equus, Copper, and Arculus. You feel like that you are divinely being assisted by some entity. And then you turn and you see Peppers concentrating with the symbol of the moon in his hands, as you three are now blessed. Anything else you would like to do, Mr. Peppers?
I don't think I have anything. I guess since I already summoned my weapon, can I make an attack with it now?
You can make an attack as a bonus action, yeah.
Okay.
You could move it and then make an attack with it.
Yeah, and it's gonna try to attack him again.
Alright, attack.
Sorry, I gotta find it. 10 does not hit.
Nope. It will just... Alright. Equus, you're up. You feel this divine presence upon you. What would you like to do? You see this big, raging Tenru coming towards you guys. What do you do?
So the first thing I would like to do is cast Ice Knife at the demon. Now that I've been blessed.
Okay. So go ahead and make an attack roll, and don't forget to add your D4.
I'm working on the D4. 1 second. Total 19.
19. All right, that will hit him. So you toss it. It goes. Tah! And it says any creature nearby has to make a save, right?
Within 5 feet.
Cool. So Arculus, make a saving throw.
What's the save?
He said, "What's the saving throw?"
Oh,
Dex.
Dex? Oh, that sucks, actually. That sucks a lot. 15.
15. Does that
Use
succeed on your
bless.
saving throw? Yeah, use bless.
Yeah, that succeeds.
Oh, bless.
Saving
I
throw.
got blessed.
You don't need
Right.
it to pass.
Oh, I don't need it.
Right.
Alright.
I rolled 16 on the explosion damage. So if you succeed, it's half.
All right. And how much damage did you deal with to the Tenaruk on the
Only
initial hit?
one.
Only one.
Yeah, only one on the D10. And then I rolled a
Sucks.
6, a 5, a 5 on the.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
You throw this ice knife. Tim. Ugh. Psh, it explodes, and Arculus, you take the brunt of it.
Did the demon pass the check?
The demon. Oh, that's a good question. Well, he just takes the damage from the initial hit. He doesn't make a save. It's any creatures nearby him that has to make a save.
Ow.
Counts him.
They
I think
just
at
hit
least-
him.
It says target and each creature. I just reread it.
Oh, I see. Okay, let me make a save. And it's a dex
Oh,
save.
thanks, man.
Yep, Dex.
All right, it fails. So what's the damage again?
16 the explosion. Full damage.
All right, he'll take some of that.
Doesn't
All right.
Notable get to use the reroll?
Yeah, I was gonna use D4. 'cause
because
I
he's
rolled-
blessed.
Well, he
Yeah.
made the
Well, he
save.
already succeeded, so
He doesn't take any
Oh,
damage.
so he doesn't take the damage then.
I was worried.
yeah, he'll take half that. So
Good, that's good.
all right, is that gonna be your turn, Equus?
How close am I to the bad guy?
We're walking very far away from him, so
So
That's
am I. We're like, we'll stay in the back.
your buddy Stitchkin is in front of you, hurt though.
Is anyone need healing? Oh, Stitchkin does?
Yep, Stitchkin's quite hurt.
I'll throw a healing word your way.
I'm hurt as well.
So is Ice Knife a leveled spell?
You got me there, Captain. In that case, I will use my Spirit Totem ability to give us all some temp HP.
Nice.
I'm gonna look up the specific stat 1 sec.
While you do that, that's the end of initiative for this round. So now here's the new initiative. Since clearly, so we'll start with side 1 with the Imps and Oleg, and then from side 2 we're gonna go Arculus, Stitchkin, the Tenaruk, and well, hold on, let me just look up coffers real quick. Okay, so it'll go Arculus, Stitchkin, the Tenaruk, Peppers, Equus, Copper, in that order for side 2.
All right,
All right.
9 temp HP for everyone in a 30-foot radius.
Yeah, so everyone but
All of us.
Oleg, basically. So
How much?
Alright.
You said 9?
Yep, 9 temp HP and advantage on strength checks and saves.
all right, so Oleg, you see the imps, you see your allies flying away, and Imps is like, "What do we do?" He says, "Get the elf. He's the only one remaining." And the other two will just gang up on you. So because they're flanking, each of them will get a +2 to their attack rolls. So I'll just roll 1 dice to represent all 3 of their attacks. The 24 from all 3 of them will hit.
Yeah.
You'll take 15 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make 3 Constitution saving throws.
Alright, just a moment. First Constitution save is a 7.
So that's a fail. So that's one.
Second is a dirty 20.
Okay, that's a succeed.
It's a 9. I failed 2 of
All
them.
right, you failed 2 out of the 3. You will take 20 poison damage.
And I'm down.
Damn.
So
Okay.
you guys just hear from the other side going, ah! And you just go down, Oleg, and you just hear 3 maniacal laughs at you. It says, "Oh, what to pick? A finger? A foot? How about those elf ears?" As you fall into unconsciousness. It is your turn. Make a death saving throw.
Guys, I think you might die.
Hey, don't speak that into existence.
$15.
15. That's one success.
That's strong.
That's one success. You just need a 15 or more. All right. Meanwhile, on the other side of the wall, Arculus, there's a raging, crazy Tenaruk in front of you, glowing in red flame, looking to use its weapon to do some serious damage. What would you like to do?
So, wondering, how does shove work? How does that actually work?
You would have to make a strength contest against him.
Mm-hmm. But if I were to succeed, what would that do?
It will push him back 10 feet.
10 feet.
Question. Since my spiritual weapon is behind him and he's in front of him, does that count as whatever it's called?
Flanking?
Yeah.
I would have to say no, because it is a spiritual weapon. It's not like an active person that is threatening its space. And at this point, it knows it's like got like a ball of flame and a sight that just barely does any damage. So to it is not a major threat. So I would have to say no.
I don't know. I can either
What are you doing, man?
go and help my friend, but I'm gonna get opportunity attacked if I do. But I don't want to let Olin die. Oh god. What should I do, guys? This is.
So what are you doing? It's up to you, man.
We can't control.
Follow your
I
heart.
know, but I'm looking for suggestions at this point.
There's a raging Tenaruk ready to deal
Lots
some
of
massive damage in
Do
front of your
lots
face.
damage.
You are blessed, and you have advantage on strength
Yeah.
save. So
Deal with the threat in front of us so we can
Alright.
get through
You're
it.
right.
He did
Alright,
succeed
so,
its death saving throw, so.
I'm sorry, Olin. So, I use item interaction to draw my greatsword.
okay.
I
The
beat
Tenaruk
on-
is grinning with much enthusiasm.
I beat on my chest and say, "Alright, lad, mono y mono!" And then I rush forwards and attempt
Okay.
to strike him.
Sure.
Dirty 20.
It will hit him. Roll damage.
What is it, 2d6s? Plus 3?
3d6 with the giant's might.
11 damage.
11 damage. So it will take half that because it's raging. So it'll deal 5
raging.
damage.
Terrifying.
When you do that, it will use its reaction due to Unbridled Fury, which is just a regular attack, which will do a melee attack with advantage. You slice him and goes, "Now that's what I'm talking about, a fight!" And he swings his weirdly shaped weapon with advantage.
It's terrifying.
I'm assuming a 26 will hit.
Oh, again? Yes, it does.
You will take 15 points of slashing damage, some of that from the rage. It goes, dealing a massive blow against you.
Go back to my original health.
Anything else, friend?
God, I don't want to let him get past me. No, I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna take the brunt.
Sishkin, you're up. What do you do?
I'm gonna fly to the very top of. He's gonna just kind of like kick off the ground and get to the top and kind of like hang off the top like a bat. Look under, and I'm gonna look for my hunter's mark. I have advantage. Would this be something you require a perception roll for?
So you
Okay, I see.
clearly, with your dark vision, clearly see with your hunter's mark, which is still marked on the imp you were engaging with. You just see 3 of these imps hovering over Olin's corpse, saying, maybe a ear. That does taste well. I haven't tried half elf ear before. And you hear that echoing.
He lets out this like horrible croak when he sees this, and
Ah! It's the bird!
this is something that Equus knows is like a warning that there's someone might be dying. So how far? I'm about 100 feet away from these guys. Yeah. So what I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. How close to death does my hunter's mark look?
He's taking some hits.
Okay. So kind of bloody. I am gonna use my sharpshooter feat to take a -5 to the roll for 10 straight damage.
All right.
And
See
I'm
if you
gonna
do
shoot him. Come on, nat 20. So that'd be 17 to hit.
That will hit him. Don't even roll damage. How do you kill this thing?
So like he sees it, and his body is trained for hunting. His fucking eyes, pupils dilate, and all the muscles get all veiny in his arms. He pulls back way further than he should on his bow and lets one rip. It's just you hear like a whistle, and then he just dead.
The arrow travels through the imp, which travels to the wall nearby, and now the imp is just.
And my hunter's mark rotates to the one next to him. And I don't know if that canonically if it works or whatever, but I want him to know that he's marked. I want him to know.
So you see the corporeal essence from that imp just transfer to another imp. Are you going after the one that you've hit with 2 arrows, or are you going after the one that looks kind of beat up?
Definitely the one I've already hit.
It transfers. He goes, what's this? Dark magic.
And that's my turn.
You peek your head to see what's going on with the Tenaruk, and you will see it will roar a mighty roar. It goes, and he will strike. He will reckless attack. He will make 2 attacks, and he will reckless on both against you, Arculus.
Nice. Bye, guys.
A 24 will hit.
Oh, God.
You take 15 points of slashing damage.
Good night, guys. I'm going to sleep.
You're down?
No, but I'm definitely about to die.
Cool. Alright, second attack. Damn. That's a lot of... That's a high number. I'm assuming a 29 will hit.
Look, this thing's rolls. Yes, it will.
Another 15.
All right. Good night.
You're down?
Arculus, go sleepy. Yeah.
And then you see Arculus collapse, and before he touches the ground, he shrinks to his dwarf size, and he collapses. He goes, tiny dwarf, who's next? And he's like looking for his next target. Let's see. There's Equus. There's Copper. There's Peppers. He turns or looks to save Stitchskin, but he doesn't really see him as a concern right now. I'm gonna just roll this d4. Actually, Stitchskin, roll a d4, re-rolling on 4s. Since you are witnessing this.
You're gonna make him choose which of his friends
Mhm.
gets attacked?
Yeah.
You said re-rolling on a 4?
Yep.
A 2.
A 2. Alright. It will march up to your buddy Equus.
I
And
knew
you
it.
just hear
I
loud.
fucking knew it.
Is that
And
like
to ensure it gets into his face, he will use his bonus action to use his aggressive ability, which basically doubles its movement speed.
So I do it. Did he have? So I'm in front of Equus on the ceiling. Did he have to move past me to get to Equus?
No. He could position himself.
So
because
he's like
seen
right
him.
under me.
I'd move away from
Yep.
my spiritual weapon. Do I get an opportunity of attack?
Yes, you do. Since it is a new round.
19 hit.
At advantage.
19 hits with advantage. Well, that will hit regardless. So go ahead. and
Whatever
roll.
radiance we can put on this.
How are
fucking
you
thing.
doing?
No, try to get the crit.
Force damage 3.
All right.
Crit.
That'll move close. I guess. Well, I guess it has to move on my turn, right?
Equus, you see this large creature billowing up in flame in front of you. He says, hate to do this to my brethren, but I must do what is done. It is your turn, Mr. Peppers. What would you like to do?
Okay.
You
Well,
see your buddy Arculus down.
how close is this thing to me now?
You're not close to it at all, but it's in front of Equus for sure.
Well, I guess I will move. Obviously, my weapon is going to move up. So, do I have to count that as my movement, or?
That's bonus action to just move itself. It has its own speed, so you could definitely get to the Tenaruk with your weapon.
Well, I guess I'm going to attack with. I'm going to call upon the Silver Maiden again and make a crescent moon with my hand and make a swipe at it. I'm
With the
rolling.
spiritual weapon?
No, guided bolt.
Alright, so make your attack roll with advantage because it used reckless attack.
20. I think that's a nat 20. How do you tell if it's a nat 20?
If it rolled 20 on the dice itself.
I don't see a dice. It just gives me a number.
I
Okay.
see.
It's a dirty 20. I figured it out.
Okay, it's fine.
All right. Does that hit?
It will hit him, yes.
He takes 18 points of damage.
What type of damage is it?
Radiant.
Radiant, okay. So it'll take the full brunt of it. It goes... Ah! And it looks towards you with anger.
And then I move the fuck back as far as I can. Oh,
Valid.
while flying at a high height.
Valid.
and, and then my bonus action, my other weapon comes up behind him and hits him again, I guess.
Attack roll. With advantage.
18 hit.
Yeah, it will hit him.
Takes 5 points of damage of force damage.
Nice. He's getting weaker, guys.
He sees you run away just like he did, and he says, "Birds of a feather!"
Alright. Equus, it is your turn. You got a big fucking problem right in front of you. What would you like to do?
Yeah, so I want to start by moving the flaming sphere over to him now.
Okay. You do so.
And then I want to run. Yeah, I'm going to use my action to dash. Just run as far away as I can.
To dash, correct?
Yep.
Reaction, it will hit you. As an opportunity attack.
Didn't it use a reaction on
its last round.
Alright.
Putting the hardcore in the hardcore.
A dirty 20 will hit, I presume.
Yeah.
15 points of slashing damage.
Alright, I've had those.
And
What'd
I need
you roll?
to make.
I
need you to.
Never mind. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I need you to make a concentration check to see if you maintain your flaming sphere. You only need to roll a 10 or above.
What skill is that?
It would be a Constitution check.
Thank you. Oh. 16.
16. You maintain concentration on the flaming sphere. It goes, stabs you with its sword, and you go, but you still maintain concentration as you are running away from this Tenaruk. Anything else, Equus?
I'm just gonna shout out, I hope everyone's okay!
Copper, you're up. What would you like to do?
Let's see. So after hearing Oleg and since I'm near the wall after I disengage from my unsuccessful attack last turn. Am I still blessed?
Yes, I believe. This is your first
You
turn
are.
with it, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's been a long time. That's why I thought he had all his reaction. I was like, wait. I'm gonna jump over the wall, and I'm gonna attack those two imps. That's
Yeah,
over-
with your movement, you could definitely get there. So you see, like, two imps just hovering over the corpse of Olin. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
Perfect. First attack. I'm going to attack. Would I be? I wouldn't be able to tell who's Hunter's marked. I'm going to attack whoever I think is closer to death with my short sword first.
Sure, go ahead.
So even with Bless, I wouldn't hit. That's a 9. Let's try Bless. I don't think so.
A
Could
D4.
matter.
Nah, that's 11 a hit, so that misses.
It misses. It dodges out of the way of your punch.
Flurry of blows for my punches. That is a 24 to hit.
That will hit him.
That is 6 damage.
How do you kill it?
Snapping necks, baby.
You just grab it, just snap its neck as it like crumbles to the ground.
I'm going to use my second flurry of blows hit to attack the last remaining imp, I believe. Is one more left?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Even with Bless, again. Let's see, 9. Let's try again. What's up with these damn 9s? That's another 2, so that's 11. Does it suck?
It does suck. It will dodge out of the way from your kick.
Alright, I'm disengaged, but I think I'm gonna... It's one-on-one, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna assume that it would rather attack me than attack Olin, so I'm gonna...
Oh
back
yeah,
up.
you are a threat right now to its.
I'm literally going to, like, face forward to him, but sort of back up towards, away from Olin's body, and just back him up away from him.
All right. Cool. It's the imp's go. He will attack you. He rolled very low. It will not hit. He goes, and you just easily just block it. Olin, make another death saving throw for me.
I already did.
Make another one, because it's a new round.
Oh, I made. Oh, never mind. It's a 5.
That's a failure. You just see Olin's corpse just like coughing up a little bit of blood. Arculus, you're up. Oh wait, make a death saving throw.
Dead. I'm definitely not.
Oh
up.
wait.
Well, you're still blessed as well.
Nat
Just saying.
You get up at 1 hit point. You're like, oh, you wake up, you're prone. You see that the Tenaruk was engaging with Equus. You have 1 hit point. It is the start of your turn because it's baked at the start of the turn. What do? You're prone.
Oh god. Jeez. God put me on the spot. I thought I was gonna die. I kind of want to back out, guys. I think I'm gonna leave. So
There's a Tenaruk standing there. He's looking kind of weak at this point.
Arculus stands up. He notices, yeah, he doesn't look good right now. And he coughs and says, "Where's Olin?" And he notices that Olin isn't around. And he says, "Olin, I'm coming!" And I'm gonna use my bonus action to grow 10 feet again. And I'm just gonna try to run straight through that debris.
Sure. You getting up will cost half your movement, but you're close enough to the wall where you can just smash through it, and you do so, no problem. Copper, the wall breaks, and you and the imp turn to see Arculus, like, very black, like, close to near death, with just the imp, just this look in terror. So, we'll say that'll use up your bonus action just to break through the wall.
Wait. Where's Olin in this?
Olin's like laying down on the ground.
Bro,
And he
because
bashes
we're still
through a
down.
wall,
Wow.
and it's like he doesn't. Like I'm just. There's just
Yeah,
a level of
I
just
get what you're
non-foresight. Like he could
Just
easily
pull
just
his
step on
hands
him
out of
and just
the-
end him. Like what is that? Like what is this?
Yeah.
Olin are brothers.
Copper's just like, yeah, he could have just killed him.
You're like, the fuck, bro?
Olin are brothers.
All right. So we'll say you break in the wall. You being a giant will clearly easily just break it. We'll say that'll take up your bonus action, I guess. So
Alright.
what do you do action-wise?
So this was a really stupid move. I understand that, but Arculus and Olin are brothers, so I kind of thought it's something my character would do. But I use my item interaction to draw
You're
my
fine.
great
Your
sword.
character's fine. It's just like my character's just like, what the fuck?
A shocking thing to see.
I draw my great
Hey,
sword,
everyone.
and there's a look of hatred in my eyes, and I point at this imp and I say, "You!" And I rush over. I attempt to slaughter this thing.
All right, attack roll.
Am I still blessed? Just wondering.
You are still blessed, yes.
22. I just get my blessing in real quick. 24. Does a 24 hit?
Oh yeah, it definitely hits in it.
Does a 24 really? All right, let me roll 3d6 since I have my giant smite.
Mm-hmm. Total death. Destruction until this one imp.
14,
Just want to look at this episode.
15, 16, 17 damage.
How would you like to kill this imp?
All right, so I'm just running wildly, and I lay on my greatsword flat end. I'm slamming my greatsword flat end onto this imp's head and into the ground.
So the ground shakes a bit around you, Copper, and as he like pulls the sword from the ground, you just see like sticky residue like sticking to the ground and the blade, and it's just stuck onto the big ass greatsword that Arculus is holding. The imps are dead, guys.
Yeah.
We got a fucking angry, pissed off fucking
It's the
demon
worst.
thing.
Yeah,
targeted at us.
but it's 1v6 now.
It's true. It's true.
All right. So Tenarooks go. Let's see, you ran away. Skin, you said you were above him, right?
Yeah, so I was in front of Equus and on the ceiling. So Equus
Okay.
moved back and this guy was standing right there. So I'm just kind of hoping
Everyone's
he doesn't
falling
see
back.
me. Does he
The
rely
Tenarook
on...
the Tenarook turns around and notices this. It goes,
Does he
You're
rely on
back.
dark vision to see? It's
You're
relevant.
back for more, huh? It's time to finish the job. Oh, by the way, Arculus, you have one level of exhaustion because you got up from death. So he turns around and he's looking towards. He is marching towards you, Arculus. Mr. Stitchskin and Mr. Peppers, if you guys want to make attacks of opportunities, you most certainly can.
Get him! Kill him, please!
Can you attack of opportunity with a ranged weapon? I don't think so.
I'll allow it.
Cool.
We'll say as he gets out of range, you could just easily shoot him.
You don't really
21
have
to hit?
anything besides my spiritual weapon that'll allow me to do that, so.
And him.
21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So he's my. So when the last one got cut down, as he turned and walked towards my big dwarfy friend, the hunter's mark transfers to him, and his eyes like lock onto a new target, and he just immediately fires, and it does this amount of damage.
All right. How much piercing?
Hold on 1 second. So 12 piercing,
So reduce that by 6.
so 6 piercing, and then 7 just damage.
Okay.
So 13 total.
He's getting weaker. So what'd you roll for your attack, Mr. Peppers, with your weapon?
20 again?
Yep, that'll hit him.
7 force damage.
Nice.
This is so good.
Goes, and he'll run towards you and will attack you with his first attack.
Or who?
He will reckless for Arculus.
I'm
He will
my
He will reckless this. A 28 will hit.
Oh yeah, no, I'm dead.
You're down again.
Going down, boys.
Let me just roll. I don't think it would. What's your maximum hit points? I don't think it's higher than a 15.
It's like 58. He's not. I don't know.
Yeah. So you're not gonna instant die. He goes, "Ah!" And you just collapse and turn as you get your fourth slash mark against you, and you just collapse. Copper looks like he's gonna collapse on you, but then he just shrinks and just falls right next to you. He goes, He looks down at you. He says, "Let's see what you're made of, Dragonborn." And then he will attack you. Now, your ability, I'm assuming it just gives this, it's basically treated as a dash action, basically. A dodge action, or no?
I'm disengaged, so that's just a disengage action that I have after
Okay.
I'm done with my flurry of blows.
Okay. So disengage. Okay. He will just say that and look at you, locking his eyes against you, with you being basically his next target. It is Mr. Pepper's turn. What would you like to do?
How far is he from me at this point?
He is very far away. We'll say about at least 100 feet, because you've been backing away for a very long time.
Okay. Well, then I am going to do the same action again, call upon the Moon Maiden, and throw another Crescent Moon slash at him.
What is the range on it?
120 feet.
Nice.
Ooh.
So go ahead and make an attack roll with advantage.
First one was a 7. I didn't make it. I missed.
Damn. He is too far away to interact with distance, so it just past him.
And then my scythe is going to move in on him and attack him again.
All right.
21 hit.
It will hit him. Roll damage.
3 force damage.
Oof. That's low. But he's getting weaker, though. All right. Equus, it is your move. What would you do?
All right, how close is he to me, the Tanook?
So you move far away 30 feet, so we'll say he's about 70 feet away from you.
All right, and who's down? Is it just Arculus?
You know that Olin's probably in trouble, and you know that Arculus just went down as he shrunk.
Okay, I'm gonna start by using Healing Word on Arculus.
Okay.
Do I need to roll health? He's just gonna go back up to 1, right?
Yes, you do need to roll
Oh,
health.
okay.
So Arculus, you get up like, oh! What is the word you tell him that heals him?
Get up!
Again!
And it's 1. I rolled a 1.
Oof. You wake up with 1 hit point, and you have 2 levels of exhaustion now. So you have a -2 to all d20 rolls, and your speed's halved.
So, Arculus.
Wake up. There's a giant Tenaruk above you. Equus, you want to do anything else?
Yeah.
Because that's just your bonus action.
Yeah. I'm gonna run back to the gang.
Okay.
Kind of group up again. I was
Alright.
trying to run away from that big baddie before, but now I feel a bit safer. I'm ready to come back.
Alrighty. Copper, you're engaged with this Tenaruk. What would you like to do?
So I'm in his engage-
He's right in front of you.
where's Olin from me?
Olin is nearby you, still down. But you see
How far?
Arculus. We'll say, well, you were able to get up to him because you had to get up to him from the imps. So we'll say he's nearby you, behind you.
So he's 5 feet behind me, or like would I move? Would I take opportunity attack to get to him?
No, because he is nearby you, he's like around your same space, so you would not take any attack opportunity from this creature.
Perfect. I'm pretty sure last session or session before I was given a healer's kit because I have a +4 in medicine and I have no spells.
Sure.
So isn't an item interaction to use that to try to stabilize Olin?
Good question. Let me look that up here. Let me look up healer's kit. One second, folks. Healer's kit.
This was a rough session.
It would take up an action to stabilize him, but he's not at risk at rolling death saves anymore.
I was rolling. I'm gonna use an action to stabilize.
All right. So Olin is not at risk at death. Make another death save. You can rest assured that he is safe, but still unconscious as you tend to his sting wounds.
And I'm still within this demon's range, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let's see what I can do.
Just want to take this time to remind everyone about your 9 temp HP.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, if I get hit twice, I'm gone. Oh, let's see. So, how deep does this tunnel go? We haven't checked it, have we?
You haven't checked. You haven't gone all the way down yet.
All right, I'm gonna use my last key point for Step of the Wind. Disengage so I don't get smacked by him. Spit at him on the ground and then run into the tunnel as far as possible. See.
All right. All right. You spit at him and goes, "Oh, what?" And then he looks up, and then you're just hauling ass. So, all right, Owen, it would be your turn, but you're unconscious. Now we get to the top of the round. Arculus, make a death saving throw.
Am I down still? I thought I got healing word.
He just got up.
Oh yeah, you got healing word. And my
He's
apologies.
got one
But
hit point again.
you're staring up at this large Tenaruk, and he says, "Looks like your friends have abandoned you. It is just you and me now."
Hey,
And you
guys,
see
I
like
don't think
blood
he's not
and
giving
saliva.
chase.
I'm still.
Wait,
No,
He's
it's
not
not his
giving
turn
chase,
yet.
okay.
Oh god.
You see the dwarf that has been engaged with this whole time, like getting up yet again. So.
I have fun.
I would assume this thing's getting mad because he keeps on getting up.
I'm not gonna quit, boy. All right, what's the positioning of everybody right now?
This thing is in front of you. You're laid down. Copper's like making a blitz, and you see Owen's body nearby you, bandaged up. You don't really see anything else other than that.
All right, so Arculus kind of coughs, and he knows he's talking to some nobody, but he says, "All right, mates, I'm all out of gas." And I slowly limp over to Olin. I grab my greatsword and I place it in front of me, ready to fight. Can I ready a dodge? Just wondering.
You can dodge as an action, yeah. So you can dodge as just a simple action if you wish.
Okay. I'm gonna prepare a dodge. Just get messed.
All right. You're actively dodging. Alrighty. It is Stitchkin's turn. What would you like to do?
Sorry about the cam. I'm literally eating a steak right now.
It's fine, man. What's up? What are you doing?
So I'm just gonna keep railing him with shots. He's my mark, so keep shooting him.
All right, attack rolls, man.
So this is relevant. It was only an 11, but I have a feat called Umbral Sight, and it says while I'm in darkness, I'm invisible to any creature that relies on dark vision. Does he rely on dark vision to see?
You are unsure.
Okay, well, do I roll with advantage or not? Because I would be, if I was invisible, I'd be stealth and have advantage.
I'm looking at his block. 1 second.
Okay. Because if he can't see me,
it does use. He does use dark vision, so yeah. At the moment, he doesn't notice you.
Awesome. That's a 16 to hit.
Just hits his armor class.
Okay. Meets it, beats it, I will take it. That is a total of 11 piercing and 1 regular.
Okay, so he will reduce that to 5, and then we'll reduce that to 2 piercing. And then the other one is what?
Or just 1.
Alright, so he'll just still take the 1. So, alright, so you deal some damage to it. It doesn't seem to be affected by your damage as much, though.
I'm gonna fly back 50 feet and join my buddy Equus. That's my turn.
Alright, this Tenrik's gonna face you. He'll make his first attack with... He will reckless, but his attacks will just be treated as a regular attack since you're actively dodging. 19 hit.
Oh, it just hits.
He will slash down at you. He says, "You just don't know what's in quit, do you?" And he will slash at you, stabbing you.
Down again.
Yep. And then he has one more attack. And so he turns around, looks at the group, then he turns around at the cop of the dragon war that give chase. He goes, which one to choose? I'm gonna roll. Actually, Arculus, you roll.
Oh God.
Copper, call even or odd.
Odds.
So, would you like the result if it succeeds to chase you or go after the group?
Chase me. I got 80 feet of movement per turn. Chase me.
Sure. So, if it succeeds, he'll chase Copper. Otherwise, he'll turn to the group. And you called what?
Odds.
Odds? Alright. If it's an odd number, he'll give chase to Copper.
What am I rolling?
A D20. Tell me if it's even or odd.
Odd.
Odd. This tank says, I do love a game of chase. And he will chase towards Copper, and we'll come back to see what happens next after the break.
Get an opportunity of attack.
Oh,
Yes. So let's just do that now with the scythe.
All right. Trying to get as much damage as possible.
Hey, man.
That's not hit. Never mind.
All right, so it just gives way, and it goes in a very, very fast track. It will also use its bonus action to double its movement towards you. It has a movement of 30 feet, so it gets 60 feet. Copper, you just hear large stomping as the earth around you begins to shake. And we'll come back after break to see what happens next.
You like a mother.
So we'll be back in 5 minutes, guys.
All right.
Spend this time to create a new character. Give me 1 moment.
Yep. Let's roll one up.
I'm not gonna roll up a new character. I think I'm gonna live with this.
I trust us. I think that this is it's gonna come close, but I think we'll live.
No, this is.
It's gonna suck having to live with this 3 exhaustion for a little bit, but I'm gonna make it through it.
Yeah, we're gonna take some naps in the sewers. That's for sure.
I have not given up yet.
All right.
Alright.
So my new character. What? How about another Dragonborn monk who's looking for help?
How about another one?
Hey, have you guys seen Copa?
His name is Bronze.
Right. I'll be right back. I just gotta use the
brass,
restroom.
But bronze is good.
Yeah.
So
Have you seen my friend named Copa? Oh
I
no,
think-
Copa! Copa! Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I would love that just to hear the accent.
Hi, I'm Brass. Yeah, I'm here to start a union. Yeah, we're here to.
I love it.
Yeah, here's a pamphlet.
Oh my god. Oh, what does that remind me of? It's tickling something in my
That's
brain.
Thor. That's
Thor.
Thor.
It's Thor.
Ragnarok.
Yeah. It's his rock buddy.
I think my
Well,
character.
this has been an intense session so far.
I'm gonna do this.
I was like
Yeah.
so pissed off at the beginning because the fight reminded me of a season 1 fight we had, and I was just like, "Are we doing this cheap gimmick?"
How did that
again?"
season 1 fight go?
It was as stressful as this because it was against Drow who paralyzed. No, every time they hit you, I think you were
Drop poison.
yeah
Put
you
you
were
to
Drow
sleep.
poison. Yeah, and I'm just like, I thought this was gonna be the same gimmick when the imps were doing poison. I was like, oh man, he's just pulling out the same gimmick. So
Dude, when I was rolling that con save, I was so anxious. I was like, motherfucker, do not do me like this. It's the first time I've taken damage this whole campaign. I almost got throttled. I felt bad for flying away from Bob, but it's like, dude, like, why did you retreat to the archer?
dude, like I don't understand. Like sometimes, like I don't understand Bob's strategy at some points, and it's just like it's hard to like plan like what to do because it's just like, Bob, what are you doing? But
And I messaged him to let him know, like, dude, you should bonus action stealth before you attack.
yeah,
Like,
it's-
if you're a rogue, move stealth, then
But, like,
attack, get that advantage.
this is the second straight season he's playing a rogue fighter like multi-class. It's like, dude, you should know how to do these mechanics by now. Like,
Plus, multi-classing before level 5 is such a mistake. Like
Yeah.
the risk of losing that second attack. That's why I'm going straight ranger, even though ranger is garbage. Because when I
Yeah.
pick up rogue and I hit assassin, and every time I hit it from stealth is a crit,
oh yeah, for sure.
it's gonna start. We're gonna start ramping up here soon.
All right, so I'm just making a genie warlock. Hey, no, this is the best part. I'm making a genie.
And we are back. Combat is kind of concluded, question mark? But let's see what happens. So, let's start with the group that remained. This creature clearly is chasing something. What you guys don't know. But as the concentration spell fades, the ball of flame is disrupted, your scythe weapon disappears, and the bless that's been going on dissipates. The group has some time to gather your thoughts after this experience.
Are we still in
And
the
you
initiative
just
order?
no. At this point, combat is kind of over. But
Is the
what do
tenor
you guys
dead?
do? You
So if I gave chase and flung another guided bolt, could I possibly hit it?
Good luck.
At this point, you're too far away to hit it, as he's basically hauling ass to chase
So
whatever he's chasing at this point.
if this is out of initiative order, I don't have a range limit really with my dark vision and weapon. Can I just keep shooting him and chase him?
How far is your dark vision?
My dark vision is 60 feet and I can move 50, so that gives me a 110-foot range. But I'm also willing to fire into the dark to risk the disadvantage because he's my
Yeah,
hunter's mark.
at this point, he's leaving the edge of your vision because he's gonna basically haul ass. So he'll be at the edge of your vision at this point.
So even if I move up, he would still be at the edge of my vision.
Yeah,
Can I still fire? He's a big motherfucker.
you can still fire.
Okay. Do I get stealth
See-
advantage?
Yes.
Okay.
Rolling that 20. Rolling that 20.
And that would be the fucking time for it. 27.
Okay.
So 19.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
All right. So that will be
Take him down.
10 piercing plus. Oh,
So 5 piercing.
and then 6. So 11 damage.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm going to keep
You
up
shoot
the
it-
pursuit.
All right, you shoot an arrow. You get a feeling that it lands. As it's leaving the edge of your dark vision, you give chase. Peppers and Equus. You see Arculus and Olin laying down on the ground. Olin is bandaged up. He seems like he's alright, but Arculus, ooh, he doesn't look too good.
As I'm flying, I'm gonna do a low fly touch and just kind of slide my hand across him and keep pursuing as well.
Okay.
And during that time, I hit spare the dying.
Okay. So you
Oh,
touch
not
Spare
dying.
the Dying.
As I'm
Arculus, you're
flying
not
and hauling ass, chasing too.
sure. And you're carrying Arculus, if I'm correct, or no?
I'm not carrying anything.
Carry.
Gotcha.
Throw me at him.
Gotcha.
Throw my
Oh, you do
body.
you do a flyby, Spare the Dying.
Yeah, like
Arculus, you do, and then just give chase with Sitskin. Equus, what do you do?
I'm not leaving these guys here. I'm gonna stick with them. Uh, make sure they're all right. They're not moving too quickly unless they're feeling better. Get them some water, a little snack, and kind of fill them in on what happened. Like, I don't want these guys to wake up and just find all their friends ditch them and like they don't know
Okay.
what's going on.
All right. So as you're tending to them, preparing like whatever type of medical experience, and just preparing to take a low down, we cut back to Copper hauling ass with lantern on his hip, running through the sewers with just large earthquakes just shaking amongst the ground. As this music plays, I don't know if it's playing or not.
it's playing. Something's playing.
Okay,
Yeah, I
cool.
hear it.
It's just, all right, awesome. So, Copper, with your action, bonus action, and your general movement speed? What's the max movement speed you could get?
I don't have Step of the Wind, so can't use my bonus action to dash. So it'll just be 80 feet. I think. Yeah.
So your movement and then your action to dash would be how much total feet? Like 80?
80. Could I? You said he's using
If
his
you
bonus action to. to dash twice.
So what you've been noticing in combat is that he's going progressively faster if he wants to or not.
So I can tell he can outrun me. Is that what I'm getting?
Possibly.
Oh right. Well, I mean, this is a sacrificial move anyway. I'm gonna stop.
Okay. You stop, and you just see this large, hulking, flaming Tenru just charging at you, and he looks like he's preparing an attack. He says, "I got you now." Anything you would want to do.
Is there anything around me? Like, what am I? There's nothing.
It is just a tunnel that continues forward. That it looks like it would go either in a left direction or in a right direction. And other than that, it's just dead end towards
Can
the
you see me?
sewer area. Yes, he can see you. He has dark vision. He's getting closer and closer to you. What are you doing?
Jeez. I guess I'm gonna keep running. I guess if he still has sights on me, there's nothing much I can do. I guess I'm gonna keep running.
All right, you are approaching the fork that goes left and right. Which way do you go?
He can see whichever I choose, correct?
Yes.
Because he can see me at this point.
Yep.
But acid backwards.
See, what I want to do is I want to throw my lantern down one way and sneak off the other way without him noticing. What you're
Okay.
saying, he's within my sight.
Yeah. He does have dark vision, so it's not like, and he's like approaching closer. So if you're trying to dupe him, unfortunately, he will obviously notice.
Can I do one quick perception check to see if I hear anything in the other fork of the tunnel real quick?
Sure, I'll allow you to do that. Make a perception check.
Oh, that's a 10. Budget. I'm going left.
All right. You haul ass and you go left. This creature crashes into the dead end behind you. I'm gonna get you, Dragonborn. And as he leaves, Stitchskin and Mr. Peppers, as you're approaching, you see this creature go into following Copper, and you see the debris that he's left blocks the path that goes left.
But
What do you do?
While I saw him, can I hit him with another guided bolt?
Sure, make an attack roll.
Okay. Fuck. I miss. 11 doesn't hit.
Unfortunately, you're too late. As you throw your guiding bolt, he's already crossed the threshold, and there's debris that covers the path to the left, only leaving the path to the right exposed. What do you two do?
Did they go left?
Yeah.
They went left, then basically him crashing to the wall with the debris leaving behind him blocks the path.
Okay. So I have advantage on finding my hunter's mark. I'd like to make a survival check, the wisdom save, and go right and path my way to cut them off using
Sure.
movement and dash.
Sure, go ahead and make the check.
$23.
23.
Nice. So with your hunter's mark still placed upon him, he's like, okay, let's go this way and figure it out. So you turn right. Mr. Peppers, do you follow suit?
Well, I don't really have... Yeah, I guess I could.
Okay.
All right, you follow Stitchskin, and you are basically occasionally looking forward, looking left, looking forward, looking left, just keeping track of this large Tenaruk. This Tenaruk is going to spend most of its time just gaining speed towards you. It's inching closer, closer to you, Copper. You continue to run forward and forward and forward. What would you like to do? It seems like the path keeps going forward at this point.
There's nothing as I'm running, right? There's nothing like to the left.
At the moment, no.
Oh, jeez. How close is he from me?
He could probably get to you within the next round, basically.
Let's see, jeez. Well then, screw it. If that's what's gonna happen, if I'm gonna die, I'm dying right. I'm turning around. I'm charging towards him, and I'm chucking my spear straight at his head first and foremost.
Okay. He goes as he's running towards you. You chuck your spear. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Picturing this all in slow mo.
That should be an advantage because he's coming full speed at it.
He's got fuck you.
You're gonna
energy
go
going.
right through him.
That's a 10. That sucks.
Oh.
Unfortunately, it just
That,
glaces off of his face, like just makes a little slight scratch mark, but it doesn't seem to affect him as much.
bonus action,
Anything-
I'm just gonna do a slide attack at his legs.
Okay.
Or like
Make-
M. Bison from Street Fighter. Yeah.
Like the fucking. All right, make an attack roll.
Oh, come on. That's a 15. Never mind. Jesus.
Doesn't hit.
This is how I die. Alright, that's all I got.
You try to do a kick, but unfortunately, it does not do anything. He goes. He will attack you. He will reckless. Yeah, that'll definitely hit. I'm not even gonna say a number. It's over 24. You'll take 15 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Second attack, reckless. Ooh, he actually roll. Let me see if this hits you or not. No, even if it's roll, it's still high with the 23.
Yep.
15, another 15.
I'm just down.
Sitskin, buddy, make another check for me.
Yes, sir.
As you hear loud laughs echoing throughout the tunnels.
The 19.
19. You are able to keep track, and you're like, oh shit, a shortcut. And then you fly up through the pipes above, and you go through the pipes. Ryan Peppers, do you follow suit?
Yes.
We'll say, what's your guys' flying speeds?
100 with dash.
Oh well, I probably wouldn't be able to keep up then. I guess I'm gonna.
No,
Okay.
your default fly speed is 50. It's an Eric Cocker feature
I thought you said 100. Yours was
with
100.
dash.
Oh,
With
okay.
dash. So if you spend
then,
an
yeah, I'm
action
gonna-
dash.
I'm gonna keep up with him.
All right, you with all your movement and your action, you're able to pinpoint basically where this creature is. And as you come out of the sewers, covered in filth and junk and whatnot, you see Copper going down with this large tenor going, laughing down at his body. Bonus action. Would you two like to do anything?
I don't think I can make. Actually, so I'll argue this: 2-weapon fighting, 2 short swords. Can I throw my short sword as my bonus action attack?
No.
Okay, then there's nothing I can do until my round comes up.
Since
But he's gonna. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Finish.
As he lands, he's gonna look up and say in Abyssal, "Fail to plan and you plan to fail." Draws back his arrow in preparation.
He says in Abyssal, you have no chance against me. Bird.
Since I was flying next to him the whole time, would I have been able to touch him at one point?
What would you like to do?
Resistance.
Is that
Can't-
what's the action on that?
It's a
What-
buff.
is
It's
it
a
an action?
Cantrip.
Does it take an action or a bonus action?
One action.
You dash.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to do that because you spent all the time just getting there. Anything else bonus action you would like to do?
Can't really do anything bonus action right now.
The nature of the bonus action.
I guess that's what I can do for temporarily.
Copper, make a death saving throw.
Is that just a normal D20 or is that a con save?
Normal D20 roll, 15 or higher.
Nope, just a 14.
That's one failure. You see Copper just cough, more blood coming out of the large, like, slash marks coming from his body. It's just blood is leaking out more and more. The tenor goes, let's see what you have. Hopefully you do better than this dragonborn. He will slash at you, recklessly, Stitchkin. He rolled low again, but I don't think with the stats will matter much. A 22 hit.
Yeah. You
15.
rolled low?
Yep. He has rage, man. Rage is active. Are you down?
No, I'm good.
Second attack,
For the moment.
reckless. That is way higher than the previous one, so I'm not even gonna say.
Ah.
Another 15.
I go down.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Pathetic. Mr. So, Stitchskin, make a death saving throw.
God.
he's down. Oh, shit.
What's your roll?
Well, then at 1.
So, how does Stitchskin die? With a nat 1 on death saving throws, it's instant death.
So, as he, like, drives the sword into him, he, like, grabs it and he pulls it further. And he looks dead into his eyes. And he says, I would rather die with honor. And then he just raises his head and slams his head down on the sword and basically bisects himself.
He makes a save in common, too.
That's the first time he's spoken common.
So he slices up and Stitchskin's body just collapses on itself, split in half. So, Mr. Peppers, you see this. Stitchskin's fucking dead. What would you like to do?
I don't. I thought he had a little more before he could. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna try to. As I'm gonna back up and kind of. So I'm not in direct range of him, so he'd have to come after me.
Sure.
I'm also going to do a kind of a spin while I'm flying up as high as I can get, and do that
Sure.
splash thing again with my hand, and call upon the Moon Maiden. And
Make an
8
attack roll. With advantage because he reckless.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's not it. 19 hit?
That does hit.
Kill him.
Roll damage, bro.
16.
16 damage. How would you like to kill this
Oh
tunnel?
my god. Thank god. He's dead.
Yes!
Make it painful.
So as I do that spin move and I kind of do that slash with the moon, I'm gonna be like, Moon Maiden, make this the most suffering death ever, and throw it, and then I want you to describe how it suffers.
You throw this ball of light, and it goes. "Ugh." The flames that you see on this creature turns from a hot, fiery red to a nice, shiny, bright white as it color slowly changes. It goes, ah, what? No, no. And as he does, every crack, every spike, that every nook and cranny, every wound that he's been inflicted on throughout this entire time starts to glowly bright. And as it does, he just explodes with dissipating light, leaving nothing but his gigantic sword on its side. And for a glance, you thought you saw that the Moon Mating Saloon was there to assist you for a moment, only to be dissipated once more.
Oh, my person dropped a great sword.
A gigantic
And
great
then
sword.
my
too.
last thing, I'm gonna go over to the Dragonborn and lay my hands upon him and spare the dying and start helping him with surviving.
All right, go ahead, man. You cast Spare the Dying. No risk of death saves.
Can I role play out one moment before like his soul like vanishes in the afterlife?
Sure.
So Stitchkin knew that like if he didn't follow Copper, then no one would have found him, and that he'd be the one that was dead. So from this moment forward, for the rest of Copper's life, when he dreams, a shadowed crow in the night haunts his every dream. Doesn't matter what it's about. He could be on the beach sipping mojitos, and there's a crow like, ah, just pissed off and
That's not what
ruining
happens.
your day.
That's not what happens. No, that's not how this happens. Hell no.
It's
I
too
saved
late, you've been
I saved
cursed.
how many lives? I have saved how many lives over these past
I got one
That's not
spell slot, buddy. That's
No.
what it was for.
No. That's false.
So we're clear.
False.
I used
First of all-
every spell slot that I had. That was my last chance.
Oh my
Check
god,
this
that
out.
was
Equus would have
I
died had I not done what I did. Alright? Olin would have died had I not done what I done. Alright?
We all did what we had to do.
Yeah. No, I'm not being
Survived!
hunted.
You survived.
Yeah, you survived.
Screw that. I'm not being haunted for the rest of my storyline.
I'm also gonna thank Stitchkins for leading the way because I would have never found that shit.
DM's call. Make it a 50-50.
And
Yeah, I
I'm
had-
going to like.
I had my new character already. Like I got the backstory done. You guys are just.
Bro, I did not have a new character ready. I am hit with this. I am
Honestly, I had a new
horribly.
character already. I already created the character. It was gonna be a rapier, like swashbuckler, but okay, I'm alive.
All right, back to the action. So you are left there, Mr. Peppers, with remnants of like blood all around you. A giant, wicked great sword just standing in place. Your former friend Stiskin just cut in half, and Copper after you cast Spare the Dying on him. It is just you and Copper, and all that you see besides like the hole that you flew out of is a tunnel that goes even further, and you hear water trickling down as if it was a waterfall of sorts.
I guess I should bring Copper back to the group as best as I can. It's gonna be hard.
All right. You can carry him. So you carry him. Where would you like to go? Towards where the waterfall is, or back through the pipe?
Would I be able to carry him through that pipe?
How much stuff do you have on your person, Copper? And is Copper like a heavy set dude because he's just a
Copper
dragonborn?
is very lean. Copper's like about 180 pounds. And in I'm only carrying about 49 pounds of things. So, but
Okay. So you can carry him. It would just make the journey back very long.
Okay, well then that's what I'm gonna work toward to get back to the party because I know they're alive and I know I left him,
Mhm.
Lacris or whatever. However you say his name. How do you say your name?
Equus.
Equus with them, so they should be fine. So
All right.
do I get to them or?
I'm gonna get to that. It's gonna take you a long journey back. Luckily you can like retrace your steps and like go back to where you once were. Meanwhile, let's talk to Equus. So how are you like comforting your fallen allies and how are you prepping them as this short rest is taking place, we'll say?
Oh my god, short rest.
So I'm taking the dandelion roots that I got from those graves, and I've brewed that up into a lovely little tea for us. It's a little on the bitter side, but I've got a touch of honey, and so it's quite good, very herbal, and it gives you a bit of energy, and it'll also help your body fight off any infections and help you kind of recover that muscle soreness. And I got a deck of cards, so if you're bored, we can play some cards. I just hope
All
nobody's
right.
dying over there.
Well, question.
All right.
How does short rest work again? I know
So
full rest.
you're gonna click that short rest button on D&D Beyond, and then you can use as much like hit dice you want. You roll that hit dice plus your con mod. That's how much hit points you gain back. You could use as much of it as you want.
I definitely want to be here.
Same thing with you, Olens. But regardless, you two wake up very badly hurt with Arculus taking a brunt of it. It seems like you've been like slashed more and more. And you're like, oh damn, this hurts. It's like waking up from like with bad back and everything else like that. And you just see Equus preparing some stuff with a small fire nearby as you're basically propped laying down.
33. I'm using 3 minutes. That sucks.
Okay.
Oh, hey,
But
oh,
you
wait.
two get up and you see Equus.
Right. So instantly, Hercules doesn't notice that Owen's up and he coughs and says, "Where's Olin? Oh, where is he?"
Owen, you wake up to this.
He's right behind you. Turn around. I don't know if he's awake yet.
You're the worst alarm clock ever, you mother piece of shit.
How are you guys feeling?
No. What the fuck?
Yeah, that demon was a nasty piece of business.
What
It-
demon? I watched the lizard and the chicken shoot through a fucking hole and leave me behind.
Shit. Well, there was a big old demon, and he was giving us all sorts of hell. That's what we were fighting over here. And then Copper came by. After a bit of a fight, he knocked Arculus out a couple times, and then it went and chased Copper off into the woods. Everyone took off after him, and I stayed back to make sure you guys are all right. So I don't know what's going on over there, but yeah, I hope everything's okay.
Feeling around, finding my stuff.
You have all your stuff with you.
I got cards if you want to play a game.
Oh.
I just take my blanket out of my backpack, wrap it around me, and roll over and go to sleep.
Okay. All right. As you are shuffling the deck, getting ready to play cards, Equus, you hear flapping of wings. It seems like you turn and you think it's Stitch Skin, but you just see Mr. Peppers carrying a very basically ragdoll Copper on him, but your buddy Stitch Skin isn't nearby around. And
Right.
Ryan, at this point, you're like, is carrying Copper all the way back.
What happened? Where's Stitch?
Oh shit, that's gonna hurt.
Equus, I'm terribly sad to inform you. Your buddy went out with a blaze of glory. He's no longer with us.
Hurts.
I couldn't save any. I could save Mr. Copper here, but I couldn't. There was nothing I could do for him.
What? Are you sure? What happened?
Well, I killed the demon, and your buddy Stitch led me all the way to him. Otherwise, it would have been just both of them dead if I wouldn't have gone. And that demon attacked him first, and it was really brutal. It went right through him, and it was like he pulled himself into it more. And then he said something, I don't remember exactly what it was because there was so much happening. And he slammed his face down on the blade really hard. And there was nothing I could do. And then I got the last move, one of my last spells, and I hit him, and he blew up. I'm so sorry. And I look my head down as I set Copper down, and I just kind of sit there and collapse from exhaustion, like just flying that and using everything I had.
Fuck. I'm gonna go for a walk.
Oh.
I'm not gonna walk too far away. I'm gonna stay inside of you guys, but just kind of go walk towards the other side of the clearing and just think.
Olin, your efforts to help me with him, that demon, was amazing, and I do think that giant blade, since you can turn into a giant, should be yours, and I can lead you to it later.
Arculus.
Yes. Sorry.
I'm Owen, you mother.
My bad.
Alright, all dwarves look the same to you.
Yo, that's canon. That is canon right there.
Arculus takes it back and says, "Right, well, besides that, shit's fucked, and me and Olin here ought to get paid. I'll take that, but Olin here, he's the one that got hurt the most, besides your dead bird friend or whatever. Sorry, Stitchkin. Sorry.
What do you mean? You got paid by the knights with the group.
I haven't got paid at all. I was expecting currency, not some restful nights. be honest, me and Olin were perfectly fine on our own. You've gotten us in more trouble than it's worth.
Well, I don't have anything to offer you. I'm sorry.
Alright. Arculus kind of shakes his head and then goes, Alright, well, I suppose I'll take the sword.
I'm gonna try to wake up Copper, if that's possible.
Copper, you are awakened and hurt very badly with a level of exhaustion. The last thing you remembered is this of a large tenor just knocking you down.
What are you doing?
Is he dead?
He's dead. I got him. You saved our asses back there. And you will survive. Unfortunately, I used all my spells to, so I can't heal anyone right now.
It's fine. Everyone made it right.
No, unfortunately. Stitch led me to you to help me find you two, and we lost Stitch in the process.
Can't you just, I mean, where's Ekis? I mean, can't you just stitch him? Isn't that his name? Can't you just stitch him up or something?
Damn, can you?
Oh, can you?
Stitch
I
him
mean,
back
you rolled a
together.
nat 1, so I assume he's permanently dead, but...
Why would you call someone Stitchkin if they can't stitch themselves up? Whatever.
It's a misconception. He was born that way.
Look at Echoes, he's like...
I'm actually gonna miss Stitchkin. Damn.
I'm gonna miss Stitchkin too.
Did you wake me up because we have to move now? Or could
I just
go back
wanted you to
sleep?
know that you were okay and that bastard is dead.
Oh, no. I fully
cool
expected
sword.
to die. I fully expected to die back there, so I'm gonna go back to sleep. And I go back to sleep.
Same. I pass out.
Alright, so I'm assuming you guys are attempting to make a long rest?
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
actually gonna do that with them, and then I'll go get the sword.
Okay, so while you guys are preparing for a long rest, and again, long rest, you can use hit dice if you want to heal up on hit points. Otherwise, you regain up to half your hit dice. You regain up to half your total spell slots. So if you have 4, you regain 2, and if you have an odd number of spell slots, it's rounded down. You also regain class and racial abilities. But Equus,
When you said rounded down, if it's an odd, because I have 3, so that would be like what, 1?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
And it could be any type of spell slot you want. If you want to recuperate that level 2, you can, or that level 1. But Equus, you are walking not away from the group, but just taking this time to take in the death of Stitchkin after this long, crazy fight. What do you do on your walk?
I'm thinking. By this time, I'm starting to craft my mourning clothes. I'm starting to collect materials for that. I'm looking for all the black I can find, black leaves and fungi and bacteria that can be used to dye things black. I'm going into mourning, and I need the proper clothes to reflect that. Frankly, it doesn't feel like my life has meaning anymore, and it doesn't feel very real right now. But I'm just trying to focus on one thing at a time and stay above water.
You're able to craft this weird totem of sorts on your makeshift nature walk. You're able to find a little bit of black fungi that's just been rotting there for quite some time. You're able to find some dead leaves that you could pick off, and you even found what seems like to be a small mouse skull on the ground, and you use it, and you use all the materials given to make shift into basically a representation of your former buddy Stitchkin, looking at it with grief.
You're a monster.
Just trying to pass through this rough chapter in your current life right now.
With that, I'm gonna go back and set up my tent and make dinner, I guess.
As you walk back, you notice that your comrades are basically falling asleep, and you're like, okay, they're probably resting up, and you're cooking your meal. And further at the distance of your sight, you see an individual start to approach. It says, "Excuse me, um, no need to fear. I just need some food. Can you spare some food?"
Most anybody.
Have a seat. I'm just making dinner now.
As you gesture, this individual comes up, and it will be Fate's new character when we come back next week.
Oh boy.
So good news,
Oh,
those who survived leveled up. So you should all be level 5 at this point.
Yeah.
And then you're a monster. And then Fate, you could just come back with a level 5 character concept next week, and we'll see what happens next week, guys. So thank you all for joining a very crazy episode tonight, and the loss of poor Stitchkin. So tune in next week to see which new character comes into the fray. Till then, take care, guys.